Hey girls, it's Mr. Bain. I wanted to go over the homework today. We continued working on fractions, but today we really worked on, instead of just talking about them, writing them. So yesterday we learned about naming fractions. So if there are 4 equal pieces, we know they're fourths. If there are 5 equal pieces, we know we call them fifths, and so on. And today we worked on actually writing them out in the way that we would normally write fractions. So this first section says, what is the fraction of the shaded area? So these are a little bit tricky because when you start out, you need to figure out the name first, right? So I know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces, and you'll notice that I counted all of the pieces in the whole because this entire rectangle is my whole, and to determine the name of the pieces inside, you need to know how many pieces there are in the entire whole. So I know that there are 8 equal pieces there, so I know the name of these is going to be 8. Right? And then I need to figure out how many 8s there are, and I see that are shaded, So I see 1, 2, 3 8s are shaded, right? 3 8s. And so now I want to write that. And when you write it as a fraction, the top tells you the number of pieces you have, and the bottom tells you the name of those fractions. So I know they're 8s, and I know we have 3 of them. So there are 3 8s there that are shaded, because it's talking about the shaded area. If you're talking about the not shaded area, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. We know 5 plus 3 gives us 8 8s, which is all the parts all together. Let's go to number 2. First thing we want to name of the parts, all of them, right? So we know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. I included the shaded and the not shaded. So I know there are fourths. And I know that there are 3 fourths, 1, 2, 3, that are shaded. So then when I write it, I want to think of the number of parts and what I named them, right? And I said 3 fourths, so I'm going to write 3 fourths, because that's how many were shaded. You're going to be tempted to write either 3 thirds or maybe 3 and then over 1. But it's fourths because we have to count the number of pieces at the beginning of the entire whole and then the number that are shaded. Because this is a fourth, right? I don't know that you can see that here. This is a fourth. This is a fourth, right? So all the pieces are fourths, and this one is a fourth. And this one is, so imagine these as just fourths. You would say, here's a fourth, 1, 2, 3 fourths. So you just added really 1 plus 1 plus 1 and got 3 fourths. Let's go down to the next one and count to find the name of the pieces of this shape. So I see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So I'm going to name those sixths. Right, you got that weird THS. And I know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixths that are shaded. So there are 5 of them. So I've got 5 sixths that are shaded, okay? And you're going to do the rest in that section. I'm going to come down to the bottom section where instead of writing what the shaded area is, you're going to shade an area of a picture, and this one is a little bit easier. So I see 11 says this is 1/3, right? You want to shade 1/3. So I see that there are 3 equal pieces, okay? And if I want to shade 1/3, I only want to shade one of those thirds. Boom, I shaded 1/3. If I wanted to shade 2/3, I would shade 2 of them. 3/3, I would shade all 3 of them, which means I'd be shading the whole. This one is 4 8ths, so I know that there are 8 equal pieces because that's my name, those sizes. The pieces are 8ths, and I know that I want to shade a number of 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and you can shade them right next to each other like I did, but I'll show you on the next one that they don't always have to be shaded right next to each other as long as you shade the right number. So the next one says 3 6, so I know my name is sixths. I need to shade 3 of those sixths. Okay, so watch, I could shade 1 here, 2, 3. I still shaded 3 of them. They don't have to be right next to each other. So I shaded 3 of the sixths. You're going to keep going through the rest. I would recommend as you go through, be thinking, all right, these are 8ths. I need to shade 4 of them, right? We did for number 12. On number 13, you said these are 6ths. I need to shade 3 of those 6ths. As 14 says 6, and this one you need to shade 4 of them, and the next one at 6 you need to shade 2 of them, right? So I would go through that so you get the practice of reading. If you are finished, go back and read all the fractions that you wrote. So 3/8, 3/4, 5/6, and keep going and read them so you get practice reading fractions, right? 1/3, 4/8, 3/6, 4/6, 2/6, 2/8, 4/6, 5/8, 5/6, 1/8, so that you can get practice reading them quickly, so that when I say write 4/5, you know exactly what I'm talking about and what that looks like as a picture. I will see you tomorrow. Hope you have a great night, get a lot of rest, and be ready to come back tomorrow. We had a really great day today with all the classes. I was super impressed. Let's keep that going through the rest of the week. Have a great night. Bye.